Hi everyone, it's the 26th of July. Now we have a big move to the upside. As you can see here, yesterday we had a big bounce, but that bounce actually back tested the green broken channel. Tried to penetrate, but it couldn't. So is there a chance to really get back in? Yes, there is, of course. And if it does get back in, then we will have to revise this entire green uptrend. Well, I'm not doing it yet because that it hasn't happened yet, and we have a gap here. As you can see, there's a very large gap here, just over 5,600. Is it going to get to the blue top band and the green one again? Maybe reverse, come back down to that purple broken resistance, and then possibly maybe move back up. So it's not really, I mean, I wouldn't call this a bear market just yet because if you look at Dow Jones and Russell, they are still pushing up, which I will come to that in a minute. Similarly, S&P SPX cash has did also the same thing. That green channel that was broken, it got back tested. So far, no break back in. If it wants to break back in, it really has to push on above the highs of yesterday, and I think above 5,500, just over 5,500, would actually look very progressive, very, very positive, because then the blue top band wouldn't hold as a resistance. This is Dow Jones futures continuous. And if you look at the purple and blue, it didn't get really back tested, that purple and blue, but at yesterday's low, but it came very close to it. So is it going to come back down to test it properly and then rally? That remains to be seen. But the cash one already did. I mean, yesterday I showed you that when I was recording yesterday's video right at that blue support, and I said it's already back testing it. Then it had a massive bounce, came back down, and without making a new low, if it starts to push on, then I think we can say this double support has held. NASDAQ, very hard to say this green support is broken. Okay, I may even argue, so because it's the the green top band that is defining, so the blue bottom band, green top band and the green bottom band, but mainly the green top band that has to dictate the slope of this line. So I may even argue that we can have a massive bounce, continuation of this bounce, because the green top band is something like this. Very hard to be precise on these sorts of long-term channels. I can even do it this way, which would become a kind of a double-decker support, right? Double-decker channel, like not double-decker, but like with the internals. So maybe the green bottom band is here, then it is going to run, or even I may even say that the recent highs are going to be a part of this uptrend. Okay, so if you look at the top band, right, the 1, 2, 3 touches here, 2 touches, only 1 touch at the bottom band. So then, yes, this green uptrend is quite fresh on its bottom band. That's why I can't say for sure that we are now coming down inside the bear market. So very hard to say. I can't say we are going down big time. And NASDAQ cash is, you can see the green channel was broken. Yeah, that green support, but it's a very different one compared to the one of the NASDAQ cash, NASDAQ futures continuous, because this here is the low of October. Low of October 22. So if you look at it on the NASDAQ, this is October 23. Okay, there's a very different channels I'm talking about. So I'm going to now put it on the October 22 lows, which is here on the NASDAQ, right? On the NASDAQ futures continuous. if we want to do it the same as the other one, it would be like this. All right, it's exactly like this. Right. Oops, sorry. So I'm gonna now put it here. Right. That one is broken on the futures continuous. Okay. But as I said, if I want to put it as a blue one from the lows of 23, not lows of 22. This is lows of 22. This is lows of 2023. So this green one, right, on the futures continuous is broken clearly, but it is a very unorthodox channel. It's not really, I wouldn't call it a proper channel. Like this one is also same thing. This green support is kind of broken, but it is from the lows of 22, okay, and it is broken. And if we want to put the same one here, just like the other one in the blue color, it's red right now, but I'm going to make it blue. So there's a little bit of education here, okay? So let's put it this way, and I'm going to put it in also blue color, right? So the blue bottom band is slightly further down, and if it holds the lows from the lows of October, this trend from the lows of October 23, yeah, this could become the next major leg up. So NASDAQ is not telling me a very clear picture, but Russell, look at this. The green internal support rail held, and the blue broken resistance got back tested twice. So I'm going to show it to you here. That blue resistance, 1, 2, 3, broken, back test, back test. It went, and now the purple resistance, 1, 2, 3 touches. The fourth one is breaking it. And that's why Russell is showing relative strength. I've been saying it for since the break of that blue major resistance rail from 21. So let's put it on the daily, right? That blue resistance was broken, which is why I think Russell is still targeting 2400 plus. Okay, it's going to get to that 2400 plus. FTSE is perfect, and it showed a perfect bounce, and really literally a perfect bounce. 1, 2, 3, 8050 was the back test. That's exactly where it bounced. I mean, not 8050, but 8060 or something. Yes, that is the perfect bounce. Now it's breaking this purple resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is breaking out. I think FTSE is going to run big. Okay. And DAX, it bounced off the golden support and the green diagonal support. That's a double support that held. I mentioned to you in yesterday's video, that golden bottom band held together with the green. So if it wants to keep on pushing, yes, this is exactly where it has to continue without coming back to these lows at 18. I think I've been talking about 18,100 for quite some time, and that's exactly where it bounced yesterday. It's at 18,300 now, and it has to keep on pushing. There is a little gap here, so that gap is going to get filled, I believe, and then we're going to keep on pushing. But you can see this entire consolidation may be over, and we are going to get to that 19,000 levels. Okay, 19,500. And this is the French index, and that is also looking slightly constructive. And the reason is clear. So that, let's put it on the daily, right? This daily bottom band, the blue bottom band on the daily chart, held. Okay, there is a damage on this one, but it held and it's bouncing. What has to happen here now is that it has to get to that red, back into the red, and smash through that purple resistance, and that would be the confirmation that this blue major support is holding, and the CAC, the French index, is going to keep on pushing. And of course, this golden support is holding as well. You can see the back test of the highs of 22. This is the back test, and we are now, I think there is a good chance that it's going to start to run. So TLT has to break this blue resistance. So far, no real push, and the 10-year note is stationary. It's not doing much. This is a bounce by oil US oil, and is it going to? I believe I don't think it's going to backtest that blue broken support before coming down again. And I can also, let's try to maybe put in some potential resistance levels now. So this is how it is. Maybe we're going to get there. Yes, it could happen. But you can see this is where it started. Two touches on the bottom. This is the second, this would be the second touch and then come down. And the level would be $80. So that's where the blue support was broken. And then it should come down. And the level would be, I can give you an exact level for that double resistance. It's going to be 79.80. $79.80. And this is Brent oil. If it loads, go on. Okay, now we are reconnected. Yep. So because I'm using my mobile phone as my internet provider, sometimes we have this stuff. But yeah, it's okay. Now the purple the purple channel may be forming here because we had a reversal. We broke down this purple golden bear flag, reversal at the blue resistance, which is why I think Brent oil is going to keep on coming down, and the purple top band is a resistance. It already has a few touches. Look at this, and I think if it touches it, that would be around, well, it would be around 83.10 or so, and then from there I'm expecting more downside. Natgas is reversing and it's coming down again. And now this is extremely important. After the reversal at the red broken support, do you see that? That broken support was back tested. It came down again to that blue support, 1, 2, 3. And if it does break, then it's going to become more waterfall action. This is because this is a downtrend that would be breaking to the downside. Okay, but of course, we may see another big bounce as well. So that remains to be seen. We may see a big bounce off this support as well. So just, you got to be careful here. You can't short it. This is gold, and gold had broken this red channel and the golden support zone, which is bearish. Yeah, it is. It is bearish. Is it going to now? Let's have a look. Okay, now if we put it inside, oh, look at that. There is still hope for a big rally as long as this green channel turns into a bull flag. Oh, look at that. 1, 2 touches on the top, 1, 2, 3 touches on the bottom band. So is that bottom band going to hold? We rally and break out of the green, then penetrate. Obviously, it would penetrate back into the red. This is a very good chance for it to start to rally again. Then this is silver. I've been pointing out as a major support this green bottom band, and I never thought it's going to make it to that level, but actually it just did. Okay, this is the low of October, right? This is the low of October. Rally came down, rallied again all the way to 33, came down now. Is this green bottom band going to hold? Obviously, this is a failed bull flag, this purple one, which is very bearish when a bear flag fails. And the only chance for silver to rally is this green bottom band, and it really has to start to rally very soon, penetrate back into the purple. That is the only way for the rally to continue. Platinum looks bad, of course. It's sitting on that green support one more time. This is its only chance for a rally. And if you look at, the platinum futures continuous, this was the triangle, right? This triangle that has been broken to the downside. So I think it may come down all the way to 900 one more time. So, and yeah, copper is approaching the red plus blue. That is going to be just around 395, and that is the only hope for another big rally to start all the way to 500. So around 395, be careful. We may buy copper at 395. Okay. Let's have a now look at euro. It's trying to decide what to do now because that green resistance couldn't be taken out, and it back tested the red broken bull flag. If it wants to rally, this is exactly where it has to start and smash through and get to 109 plus, 109, 110. But of course, if it makes a big move to the downside, that is going to be horrible for euro and very, very bullish for US dollar. And it also shows on all the other currencies that US dollar strength is coming. So yeah, we'll see. And pound sterling is the same. It couldn't take out that major resistance from the highs of 2007, right? And it is still lingering in there, and it's now going to backtest that blue broken resistance. And the red channel, you can see that was a triple resistance. It comes down. It has to start to rally off this double support. US dollar Japanese yen is off that blue plus green double support. That's exactly what I said at 152. And is it going to break out of the green channel? That is the big question. If it does, I think it's going to see 160 one more time. DXY is trying to, I don't know, very hard to read at the moment. And the red support is broken and back tested. It's very hard to read. I think if it wants to come down, it has to break this blue support. Okay? If it wants to come, it has to break this blue support and really sink hard. Aussie dollar has bounced off the red internal support, and obviously the failed bull flag. Yes, there is some internal support, but it's not really reliable. And but I may also argue that this year, this green bottom band may get tested, and then it could still rally big. So just watch out for that green bottom band. And Kiwi is trying to bounce off that blue line to confirm it as a support, which I showed in yesterday's video. And US dollar CAD is breaking out of this golden bull flag. That is a giant bull flag. It's trying to break out of this bull flag. Is it going to be able to do it? Hard to be very, very precise on these long-term lines, but it looks like it is trying to break out, really. So that US dollar CAD is looking strong at the moment. Okay, now let's have a look at coffee. Coffee is inside the golden downtrend, which looks like a bull flag. And we can remove this one, right? And we have a gap at 223. It's bounced off the green support, and I think it's going to come down to 223, touch that red and green and golden. It doesn't have to be green. Well, actually it does, because, maybe we bounce, come down all the way to at green plus golden, fill the gap at 223, and we can buy 223. I would be a buyer of 223 to target 250 plus, actually then to 270, 275. So 223, I'm going to be a buyer of coffee. Wheat still couldn't make it, really. There is no real push. It tried to break. It has been trying to break that blue resistance. It did break, and it's back testing it. So on the September contract is a little bit better. You can see that red channel is broken off the blue support, and the green bull flag couldn't be broken. It tried to break it, but failed so far. It really has to push from here to start. If it goes beyond 550, maybe it can even smash through that golden previous broken support. Soybeans is looking positive because it's pushing against that green resistance, but it would look very positive if it can push into that purple. And similarly, that purple broken support is going to be broken back in. and that would be 1130. Anything above 1130 would be a buy signal for soybean September contract. And corn, look at this. Oops, sorry. Corn, the long-term chart, the screen channel is on, right? But if you look at the corn September contract, it's a bit better, more granular view. That red bottom band held, the triangle, the green, or this triangle was broken, which is why I bought it at 395, closed half. And I'm hoping that this blue and golden resistances are going to be broken very soon. Sugar is back testing this blue broken support, and so far it's holding. Look at this. That blue support is now holding at its back test, right? That's why sugar is bearish. I wouldn't really touch sugar at the moment. It looks very bearish to me, unless it penetrates back in. Okay, that's what it has to do. For me, for my money, it really has to penetrate back in and really keep on pushing. So this is the blue resistance rail, or maybe we can put it in green. So it has to push back into the blue and go beyond that green resistance. But at the moment, I don't see much hope here. Especially, look, this is the support, like horizontal support, right? I'm going to put it as a rectangle here, and that rectangle right here, this one, that's a support. 18. Anything below 18 is going to look like it's going to sink further. And yeah, this is the October contract. It's penetrate back into the red, but I don't see a big upside at the moment. And there is also a gap below 18. So I think sugar is going to sink further. And cotton doesn't show me anything really. Okay, now we have Bitcoin that had broken this green channel and it's back testing it. Yes, there was a little bull flag that is also broken here. But I think the real challenge now is that it is trying to penetrate back into the green channel, which is of course very positive. But it may also reverse here and tank. So that is quite crucial. Ethereum made a big move to the downside after breaking the green and blue supports, and that I had warned many times here. If this green channel breaks and if that blue support breaks too, there's going to be a sell-off, and it's sold off from 3,400 all the way to 3,000. So it's like 10% drop in a matter of hours, really. CAS has the green channel that is still on. Of course, that green channel, right, is the one to watch. That's a bull flag. OM is back testing the red broken channel, and I think it's getting ready to basically resume the uptrend from the golden bottom band. Jasmine may be forming this golden bull flag, right? It is still looking very positive. And PAL has to break that purple top band. Anything above 35 cents, 36 cents is going to look very bullish, really. Pepe is, I thought maybe the golden bottom band is going to hold and it will rally. Either way, the green bull flag is broken, so Pepe is still looking very positive to me. And Solana is up another 4%, and I think it's going to get to that golden top band at 200. That's the ultimate target, and then maybe a break. Monero, ooh, look at that. Monero made a big move yesterday towards 175. That green resistance is a giant one, and if it can break 180, 185, that is going to become a massive buy signal for Monero. Okay, Monero can double, triple from there. This is a giant bull flag, right? And the very giant bull flag, the red one, is already broken and back tested, and now it's getting ready to break that green top band. And the target would be 400 plus, maybe 500. And if it breaks at 180, so just watch for Monero. Aave, perfect back test and bounce. I showed it yesterday. This is the back test, and it has to bounce for a rally. This is exactly what it's doing. Aave back tested at 89, it's already at 100. So Aave, I think, is one of the champions, and it's going to really run. And the ACH is now pushing against this golden resistance, and I think it will break it. ADA has to break that golden resistance at 46 cents. Audio, not much to say other than the green broken channel, but the red downtrend has to be broken by ADA. And AVAX failed to penetrate back into the golden broken channel, but maybe the next one will break. At the moment, not very positive. Chilis, no, not really. I'm not going to go into that because it's not like it's not worth to talk about. I'm not going to talk about things that is not really worth talking about. And Koti's done dogecoin can't get a break really. The green bull flag is broken, right? And is it forming another bull flag? So I'm going to wait a second. Of course, it is very, very frustrating for a lot of people, I can assume. But yeah, it's the red channel that was broken. It's penetrated back into the red. So it's very, very sloppy here. I think if it moves beyond 15 cents, that would basically clear things. Polkadot, no. DYDX, no. Phantom, GRT, no. That red resistance. Hive has to break that red top band. Maybe. Just there's a little chance. And Litecoin is still inside the red uptrend, so it's still looking very good. But you can see it stays inside the red. It's out of the purple bull flag, so it can really rally. Litecoin, not much to say. No big moves. Mana, no big moves. Matic may test that green bottom band for good one more time and then rally. PYR, but most of these are not really there. Most of them, I think, they are going to zero. Yeah, just these are all extremely speculative stuff. Sandbox, despite, so read it like this, okay? Bitcoin is very close to its all-time highs, right? It's not too far from 70,000. It's at 60 something, right? Yeah. And but if you look at all the altcoins, they are back at their major lows from this is 23. So you can see it's like Sandbox is making new multi-year lows compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. So read this very carefully as a price action. All these coins are going to go to zero essentially. Maybe even Bitcoin too. Nobody knows it, but at least Bitcoin has some legitimacy. But most of these altcoins don't have it. Don't read into the hype. Don't think you can be like buy it at 0.001 cents and then expect it to go to $1,000. That those times are past, I believe. So don't really fall in love with this stuff. And when there is price action, you can make money. For example, like TIA, if a TIA breaks out of the red, maybe it's going to run. You can buy it, but don't think TIA is going to go from $5 to $500,000. Like that's not going to happen. Ripple, that blue triangle may be broken soon. Tezos, not so much. And Zcash as pushing still, and anything above 36 is going to look very bullish, I believe. And Fetch has to break out of the golden bull flag, and Venri, same. Okay, that's not really looking very good. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Take care. Bye.